Bitsy and Eve, Kitten helps little girl with special needs to find her voice. When we adopted Bitsy, a little black kitten, in May of 2023, we were hoping she'd become a furry friend to our two young daughters as all three of them grew up. Little did we know that she would help one of my girls to find her voice. At the time, Eve was 4 years old and Avery was 10 months. Eve, who has autism, an intellectual disability, and ADHD, was still nonverbal. And yet, as soon as we brought Bitsy home, Eve could say her name. It shocked us how clearly she could say it. Bitsy bonded with both my girls right away, and Bitsy has also helped Eve learn skills that come with caring for a cat. She feeds and waters Bitsy every day. Bitsy gets caps put on her claws, and Eve is very adamant she gets to pick the color every time. In fact, Eve has a special speech device, and Bitsy has her very own button on it with her picture.
Bitsy.
Bitsy's favorite spot in the whole house is Eve's bed or windowsill. She spends hours every day in Eve's room. I know that Bitsy knows that Eve needs the love she can give her. She's not only a pet to Eve, but a playmate and friend. When Eve gets frustrated due to having autism, Bitsy serenely sits beside her and waits for her to calm down. Their bond became even more clear when Eve had her first seizure just a few months after we adopted Bitsy. It was very scary for our family, but the one thing that Eve was worried about in the hospital was who was taking care of Bitsy. And when Eve was eventually diagnosed with epilepsy in June of 2024, somehow Bitsy knew to cling even tighter to her favorite little human. When we'd been looking to adopt, I was drawn to Bitsy's bio because it used the Shakespeare quote, "Though she be but little, she is fierce," to describe her. She'd been the tiniest of her litter, yet the leader of the pack, and the last one still waiting to be adopted. Now I realize it was because she was waiting for our own little but fierce Eve to come find her. She is Eve's soul cat. She's taught both my girls that animals have feelings and personalities like people, and that we should respect them. But especially to Eve, Bitsy has shown inclusion, kindness, and love.